Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 7.3.2 Rejuvenate, Picture of Health with Limber and along with Mystic Curse. Now this is going to be a very simple and easy path. Your best champions will be the ones that can easily apply poisons. So it's mostly going to be your Mystic champions, also a couple of Mutant champions, Apocalypse, and also Archangel work. So any champion that have easy access to poison will work. But I would suggest you to use Mystic and Science class because they will get extra damage because of Mystic Ascendancy, 40% for Mystic and 20% for Science champions, and a helpful synergy here would be with Wide Magneto, and if you are running a Mystic Dispersion, that would be really helpful along with 200% Mystic boost. The boss we're going to attempt is going to be a Spiderham. I'm going to take it out with a Mole Man, so more on him later. But before we start the path, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications. All of that helps me out a lot. So with Picture of Health, the defenders are immune to Regenerate modification, and Rejuvenate is every 3 seconds they will gain a regen charge on themselves that can be removed when you apply a poison. And Limber is every time you stun, the duration of the next stun is reduced. And to help you out, Mystic champions, whenever they will use a special attack, they will apply a curse that will give poison to the enemy. So as more the poisons you have, the less is the regen charges on them. So poison champions are the best way to go. Now I am going to again use my suicide setup because I have it activated for a long time now. All my champions are more suicide friendly, but you can choose the other option as well. Now the first fight is going to be against a Phoenix. I'm going to use a Black Widow Clairvoyant, and all I'm going to do is to just slowly build up to my special, start throwing them, and once I do throw those special, you will notice that a poison will be applied, and that will remove the regen buff on the opponent, and in that way you can easily kill her off. Phoenix is an easy fight. Her special 1 and special 2 are easily evadable, so nothing too difficult about this. Just do not give her an SP2, or if she gets too much Phoenix charges, let her run them out before you go back in. Otherwise she can throw a special 1 and consume those charges and get to an SP3, so just be mindful of that. And rest, it's a quick and easy fight with an easy takedown. Next defender is going to be a Gambit. I'm going to use a Diablo. Now Diablo is a Mystic champion, so whenever I will use a special, I will apply a poison because of Mystic Curse, and also Diablo has his own poison, so the uptime on poison is going to be a lot, so I can always keep him on poison. I have not used any pre-fight ability, and I'm just gonna go straight to an SP3 and drop those poisons so I can damage him more and kill him faster. Again, all the suggested attackers are mostly going to be champions that can apply poisons easily, so your Ultron Labyrinth, your Archangel, your Apocalypse, there are all some good options for synergy. You can always use Wide Magneto to counter the Limber, so you don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have Wide Magneto, so I'm not going to use him, but if I had one, I would highly suggest you to bring him in. And that's about it, guys. Gambit special attacks are also easily available, so just be careful about that, and you can easily bring him down. It's definitely one of the easier parts on the section, so just simply poison champions from any class will work, but I would highly suggest you Mystic champions is the way to go. Next one is going to be an Odin. Now with Odin, he does have a lot of buffs and his special attacks are easily evadable. So I am going to use a Dr. Voodoo here. With Dr. Voodoo, I will try to throw an SP1 on an even combo. So all the buffs on Odin can be converted into poison in one go. And plus, because I'm going to use a special, you will get another poison on him. So again, pretty straightforward fight if you bring in the right champion. Again, for the right champions, I would highly suggest you only use Mystic champions. If not, if you don't have good Mystic champions with easy access to poisons, you can also use champions, science or mutant champions that have poison on them. But remember, you're getting extra damage using Mystic champions by 40% and 20% if you use science champions. So just keep that in mind when you make your team selection, and it's a pretty easy, straightforward path. Now for this fight is going to be against the RedSkull. Now ensure to bring a champion that can convert all of his armors into poisons or can nullify them, because they can be annoying. I haven't mentioned much of Mystic champions on the suggested attackers because I've just mentioned Mystic class as a whole. So you can use Black Widow Clairvoyant here, you can use Scarlet Witch, any champion that has easy access to nullify, even Doom can work here. You can use all of them. If you don't have those Mystic champions, other ones I've also mentioned and have easy access to poisons, they can work. And to deal with the Limber, you can always go with White Magneto. So plenty of different options to work out this part in an easy way. But for RedSkull, just a quick one, just make sure to bring a champion with easy access that can convert all of those armors into poison, so that will be to your advantage. Just like Odin, we can convert all of the buffs to poison. I have a Voodoo at Sig 200, so I'm gonna use him. You have other options as well, like for example Doom and Black Widow Clairvoyant work really well also. Now the next fight is the most annoying fight in the path. That is going to be Annihilus. There are quite a few different things to look after on this fight. First thing, you have to make sure that you remove his cosmic rod, and you can do that by using a nullify. So the first and foremost option is going to use a Mystic champion to nullify. So Black Widow Clairvoyant is good, Doom is good, Scarlet Witch is also good, even Magic works as well with their SP1. So all you do is you backdraft intercept and you wait for him to come into you until you build an SP1, and as soon as you do a nullify and the cosmic rod is removed, you can go ahead and you can parry and heavy your way into it. If you don't have him, then it might be a little difficult, but then you have to use backdraft intercepts with light attacks and then apply poisons. That can also work for you along with Picture of Hell. The fight can get really annoying, but I would again suggest you bring in Mystic champions with easy access to nullify. For this fight, the poisons you can get from the special attacks used, but if you don't have them, other options are mentioned, but they're not the very best options against Annihilus. It might cost you 2 or 3 revives, but Mystic champions with nullify can easily take him out. Try to keep him to an SP1 only, because his SP2 can give you a lot of debuffs, and that's about it, guys. Apart from that, just keep those cosmic rods down, and then it will be an easy fight. You can parry easily. And the last fight is going to be against a Nightcrawler. Now he's also a pretty straightforward one, but the difficult part is going to be switch his stance. For switching his stance, you have to wait for him to dash back and hold block, and then you can go back in and make him switch his stance. That's going to be a bit difficult in the beginning, so you have to play slow. You have to really wait for him and slow down your combo, make it deliberate, and when he goes into his swashbuckling mode, then it becomes easy because no evasion, and you can easily go parry into hits. So in my case, I'm using Diablo, so I have built-in poison with me. If not, other champions can work really well here. You can also use this fight to build up your Apocalypse and get all of those invasion charges if you plan on using Apocalypse as one of the bosses. So yeah, this is a really good place for that. And yes guys, that's about it. Keep those poisons up, keep throwing your specials with those mystic champions, so the more poisons applied and picture of health and Rejuvenate do not come into play. And yes guys, you can easily finish off this path. Only the tough one is Annihilus, and I'll see you at the boss fight. Now the boss fight is against the Spiderham, which has steady built up Fury. So if you have more than 3 debuffs on you, he's gonna get Fury, increasing his damage. Also there is going to be power string and the best defense. So the best defense will increase his chances for evasion because he already has evasion, and also there's going to be shift immunity with bleed and poison. Now there are different ways you can do this one. I would suggest you to bring a champion that can easily deal with his evade, and the rest you can work around with. Now if you are running suicides, make sure you bring a champion that is immune to suicide bleeds and poisons, otherwise that can shock them off. So in my case, that is going to be Moleman, and Moleman also has True Strike on him and below 8 Moleman charges. So if you activate the Frenzy, you can pretty much change Frenzy with the True Strike. So that's something that to be careful about. You can keep that in mind. Other champions that work really well can be Shang-Chi with his slow to stop the evade, also Elsa Bloodstone with her easy intercept during parry, and also her cold snap. Also the 2 champions that stop Spider-Verse champions from doing evade are going to be a Red Goblin and your Venom, and you can always bring in Falcon with his locked on to against the evasion and get those critical charges. Now be careful whenever you will use a special attack. If you use a special attack, those poppers will pop, and also the power sting will give you damage. You can literally die only by using one special because they are that potent here. But remember that Spiderham, if he hits you, he's going to give you a lot of debuff. So if you're running willpower, that is going to help you out as well. So you just have to play slow and nice, and maybe not use specials so you don't get damage. But you can check the top left of your screen. If there are power sting on you or poppers on you, you can stop. You can wait for them to go away, or you can use shrug of champions that can shrug them off, and then you can use your specials. So just be careful about that. Try to keep him to an SP1, but even his SP2 is not going to be unblockable, so that's okay. You can block it out, and slowly but surely you can kill him off. So that's about it guys. This part, all 6 parts are done now. I'll be moving on to 7.3.3. I am being a bit slow this time around because of the holidays, trying to spend time with my family, but I am working on the recording, so right after into the New Year's we'll be doing all videos in very quick succession. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me support the channel. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.